Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King Posh, and today I'm showing you my master all-wheel drive drift tune for this 2015 Jaguar Xkr-S GT. Here is the share code. Got it? Great. This car and tune was made back in 2022. I just never made a video and nobody asked for it, but I'm going to make a video anyways today for this car. It's got 1,307 horsepower. I'm second in the world. The other guy right here is a rear-wheel drive. That's pretty cool, but we're doing all-wheel drive, so let's get into it and show you guys everything I've done to this thing. And I don't even know what I've done to it. I mean, this is the first time I'm looking at this build since 2022. So there's that. We got the 7.7 liter V12 giving you all that power and torque. All-wheel drive drivetrain. And a twin turbo. Here we just got a regular front bumper and regular rear wing or spoiler, whatever you want to call it. We are running a snow tire compound, stock width in the front and stock width in the rear. You can see we're using a heavier rim, so we'll go down here. There we go. We got those on there. And we got 20s in the front and 21s in the rear. Let's see what we got here. Stock width in the front and stock width in the rear. We have a 10-speed transmission to handle all that power, stock drive line, and a drift differential. Here we got drift springs and dampeners. No anti-roll bars for the front and none for the rear. No roll cage either. And we're as light as possible. We're saving almost 800 pounds. And of course, everything's here except I don't know about the turbo. Yeah, it's just got the race twin turbo on there. It doesn't have the the anti-lag, because I made this in 2022 and I don't think it was available at the time. But that's what it would look like if it did. But you can see how little change there is on the graph for that. So I really wouldn't worry about it. And just a stock flywheel on this car. And there's the build. Now let's look at the tune that I haven't seen since 2022. So I got 55 and 55 to maximize this slide. Here's the gearing. Wow, that is wild. A nice jump from first to second right there. And then here, so it looks like second and third is your gears, and you got fourth and so on and so forth. And you just go as crazy as you want down the drag strip sideways. Here's my alignment. It's wild. Yeah. I rarely use this setup, but when I do, it works. Moving on. No anti-roll bars. We already established that in the build. Springs are on the very soft side, so 360, like the Xbox 360, for both the front and the rear. And then I did bring up the ride height in the back to match the front. So apparently the rear is lower than the front. It's pretty wild when you think about it. Dampening is 21, 20, 20. I haven't changed that much in, 3 years. No downforce to worry about. Brakes are 70% to the front with 130% pressure. I use that still today. And then differential. And I rarely use 71% anymore. I'm usually using, 86 now or higher going to the rear. But hey, if it works, it works. So there's the tune. There's the build. Let's take her out and see what you like. Yeah, I didn't have to do the Forza-thon this week since I already had this car. It's kind of nice. Those things I think they can mess with you sometimes. I feel like they do. But we're definitely going sideways. 71% in the back definitely does work. She's a slider, for sure. Lots of power. Lots of power. 1,300 horsepower going up the hill here. Drop it down to second here. See how she does. I already feel she's a little on the wild side. Yep, see that? Got to get used to that one. But hey, it's been 3 years since I've actually used this car. So we'll go down there and we'll try it again without the spoiler that just popped off like it was not supposed to be there in the first place. And yeah, it looks wild. So 40,000 that time, and I said it's a slider, you know, and it feels heavy. It really does. It feels like a heavy car. Yeah, it's gonna hit again. Yeah, it's just a heavy car that just wants to slide hardcore. That's a shame. Couldn't get it right on that. Let's try the other way. The fact that anybody ever watches past this point anyways, they just take my share code and leave. So it really doesn't matter how many times I do this. There's a 43 right there. All right. Well, if I'm getting a 43 the other way, I think we'll be doing all right. Definitely smokes them tires. I'll take it slower this time. If it wasn't slow enough, there we go. We're going to get a 40, 41, 4. Did a lot better going the other way. The back end now looks ugly because it doesn't have that spoiler back there. You know, it does make the car sometimes, you know, especially when it's, you know, the stock spoiler. At least the stock spoiler looks good on there. That's supposed to come with the car. Much better. Looks beautiful now. We can take her out again. Oh, so close. She really wants to, you know, mess up that rear end. I'm telling you. The back end is slippery. The whole thing's slippery and heavy. But that's always... Jags has always felt heavy to me for some reason. But it works. It gets sideways. It looks good. Like I said, it's got plenty of power to play with. Just be careful. She's a heavy car. And yeah, other than that, that's all I've got. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't even mess with the Forzathon this week. I didn't do, you know, anything except that right there. You know, I hit all of them. So that was it. I did 3 points this whole week. So there's that. Not worried about it. Like I said, plenty of gears to just rip through as much as you want. So yeah. Of course, you got to shift through a lot of gears, but I don't mind it. I don't mind shifting through a lot of gears. It's an absolute blast. What's it do down the mountain, though? I don't know. I really don't know. I want to know. If you're watching to this point, I'm impressed. But, I mean, it's probably going to get over 1.1. That's for sure. But, yeah, it's sweet. It's heavy. I know that. And it feels heavy. Even with the weight reduction, it still feels heavy. Gets 100 there. It's not bad. Bring that up to 50. Take it to third. Off the throttle a little bit. Not at 200 there. It's okay. Here's that guy. People have some strange names on here. It's fine by me, I guess. There's a 50. Can we push? We had plenty of power to push. Come on, let's launch this. There it is. It is able to launch. I said launch, not lunch. It's midnight, not noon. There's a 500 there. You gotta watch out for those potholes. Can't make any points over those. Seems to be pretty smooth going down the hill right now. I like to be past 600 at this point right here, and it's not happening. See how if you look over that, I went over those potholes, and you can actually see my points stop. So you gotta watch that. But I'm not going down here for, you know, a hardcore run that's, you know, make, I don't know, a personal best. It's not going to happen in this car. Might happen for you. You know, you might get a personal best with this car. You know, but I know I won't. Alright, showcase that car, the Volkswagen thing. Light, powerful. It was able to get a personal best on here, but that's the only thing it was really good for is personal best on these. I wouldn't take that online. It's, you know, this thing could go online. Seems to work just fine. It's just heavy. I didn't get a million points there like I'd want to. I wanted to get a million points up on top of the hill there. Alright, we're going to slingshot this thing over. There we go. It does do that very well. You know, I don't have to switch back with this thing. The weight does work for its advantage. So we're going to get a 1 point something here. No, 1.125. I'm sure a lot of people can do better. I'm a speed drifter, and, you know, slow as you can go, you would have no problem. It is what it is. But a lot of people say, hey, can your tunes go uphill? And I mean, yeah, that is always a good observation to know. And here I'm in third. We're gonna take it up half the track. I just need to see how it does on these sharp uphill corners. Seems to have the power to get up without losing power. Being the heavy thing about this car. It just feels heavy in the controls. It really does. Yeah, we'll stop it up here. But yeah, it seems to work just fine. Going up the hill. Can't complain. Well, you know what I mean. I can't complain about it going up the hill. I just think it just feels heavy. It weighs 3,400 pounds. It feels like it weighs, 5,000 pounds. That's just how it feels when I'm playing with the car. You really got to be careful with her. That weight just catches up with the car. It is what it is. It could be just on my end. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely hit that like button, and yeah, take this car out, and let me know how it feels for you. I'd love to know that. I'd like to know if is it just me, or does everybody have the same feelings that I'm getting out of this car? I'd love to know. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.